Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. We have a lot to talk about today. Stock market is crashing. A lot of things are going on. People are panicking. What's going on? Let's take a look. Let's dive right into it. Okay, what we're looking at here is a daily chart. Every candle is a day here. This is the SPY representing the S&P 500. This is year to date right here. Okay, so people are saying, what's going on here? We did break support up here. Okay, we were hoping that 555 would have been support. Big rejection down to 528, which this line was drawn back here. This is going to be profit taking. You have to think about this. For this year has been going nothing but straight up, exceeding expectations. Yes, there's been an AI run. And so, I see this as profit taking. They got to start taking profits, get liquidity. So here we are on the SPY. So how far are we going to go? Well, you see it bounced off 528, really nice as support. And there's a slight gap fill here. So I expect this gap fill, but we'll see. If we can hold 528, that's great. Even if we get down to, 519 is possible. That still brings back some nice yearly returns. Okay, this is the whole year again right here. So let's get into the QQQs, which has been taking a big hit as well. Before we get into that, I'm going to ask for your I'm asking for a subscription. Please, we're going to have a goal of 100 subscribers. And if you can smash that like up button, I'd appreciate that too. That helps get the channel out there and just gets more exposure. So I thank you for that support, and my latest subscribers, thank you very much. So let's get into it. The QQQ. Here we are. Let's look at this year here. Okay, here is year to date. Okay, we have fallen quite substantially. Profit taking, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Sorry. So yeah, the Qs have taken a big hit. There's no doubt about it here. Some of the steam, we made it up this high. We did not hold 475 as support. Looks like we're holding 442 as support. We'll have to see. There's uncertainty. The MACD's crossed over, as you can see down here. So there's a lot of selling going on here. I suspect profit taking. Now let's look at the big, magnificent seven, as they would say, stocks. Let's take a look at Tesla real fast here. Okay, Tesla, they have rebounded out of this downtrend they were in. Okay, they made it up to here, but then they had an earnings call, and that was on mid-July, and you can see it dropped off. There's a gap here that's trying to fill. Came very close to it, but it's selling off as well. Let's take a look at the other one. Here's Apple. They're all largest for you guys here. Here's Apple daily chart. This is the whole year here. So Apple really took off nice. Okay. And we're going to see what happens here. Here's the 200-day. Here's a 50-day. Here's a 20-day average. So again, Apple's really taken off pretty high, and up 237. Suspect some profit taking here. There's no doubt about it. Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft has really gotten pretty high at 468. That's pretty impressive. So again, we're looking at the yearly chart here. So we'll have to see what happens here. It's bouncing right off this 200-day moving average, which is 403. I would suspect that to be support. Actually, we'll have to see. It shows a bottom tail here, so that's showing support. Okay, what do we got here for Google? Google came out with earnings, had a little bit of a pop-up, back down now. So Google's hurting as well. They're going to come down here and test this 200-day moving average. We'll have to see. Right now it seems to be showing support around 165, 166. So there's even a gap up here, which is very likely to get filled. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this come down to 161. Okay, now let's talk about NVIDIA here. Here's NVIDIA. Here's the yearly chart, year to date, parabolic almost, especially these last few months. Again, $87 is the 200-day moving average. Don't forget this stock split right here. Okay, 10 to 1. So again, Nvidia's losing some strength here. They're selling off. Will they find support here at $100? I think it's likely. Maybe to go down to 97. Okay, Meta. Okay, here we are year to date. They had this big gap up, which almost got filled here. Then there's a gap here, but that got filled over here. So Meta's been all over the place. They almost came down to 430, 443 maybe. It touched, and it's gapped up. It's been all over the place. You see how volatile this is with earnings. You know, they did beat expectations, and it gapped straight up from 470 to 527. But now they're selling back off. And the last one here is Amazon. Amazon earnings came out. They did beat expectations, but their outlook was weak. And look at this drop off from 184 is a low of 160. Below the 200 moving day average right now. So that definitely hurt the market as well. So that's not too good here. Okay, anything else we want to talk about? Well, Palantir. Let's take a look at Palantir. AI software driven catalyst been driving the stock up. Okay, they got earnings are coming out on August 5th. It's already gapped down. It's been selling off. Okay, well, I guess, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see it coming out of 21 or maybe at least hold 23. But we'll have to see. We got earnings coming out. It's interesting to see. The MACD has crossed over into the red down here. So that's not too good. Let's take a look at oil. Oxy. By the way, the WTI has dropped down to $74. It has been tanking a lot in the past 5 days. And 74.10 a barrel. And the relative strength of the dollar is dropping as well, though it did. Well, yeah, it was up to around 104, 105-ish. Now we're down to 103.23. So, yeah, the markets, you know, we're down a lot, and futures are still down even more right now. So the markets are still dropping. So here we are in Oxy. Look at this. Back down to this support range. I told you guys back here that this was support for $56 up to about, what, 69. The very high was 71. And now it shows a big bottoming tail here, which shows support. Okay, the sellers tried to push it down, buyers came in, and that's right next to that $56 line of support. So we'll have to see. The MACD did cross over, so that's interesting. That's definitely showing some weakness in crude, no doubt about it. Netflix never did, well, they almost made new highs, okay, which was $700, and now they're down to $613. Earnings came out. They were, you know, they did beat expectations, but their outlook was weak, so it was volatile here, and now they're selling off. And that's about it for now. I'll keep you guys posted. We'll have to. Intel, by the way, had earnings. They dropped off 26% today. Intel's down to $21 a share, $21.48. They were at $31 just a couple days ago. So we'll see if that's a dead cat bounce or not, or if we're going to get something out of that. Chewy, they had a little spike here, but they've been holding this, you know, $20 range, $20 to $24 range. That's about it. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to the SPY here. We do have the stock market selling off. We'll have to take a look at that. Even though another thing I would like to talk about is the 10-year yield has been dropping substantially. 3.79 right now. So, and with the dollar dropping, the 10-year yield dropping, it has dropped almost 25 basis points overnight, which is a big move. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. There's a lot of volatility here, and I will keep you posted with any future updates. Again, thank you for watching, and have a great weekend.